Brainy Bites, a daily dose for self-improvement.
Hey there, fellow seekers of personal growth and empowerment. Are you ready to take control of your mind and transform your life? Well, you're in for a treat, because today's video is all about mastering your mindset and making a shift from autopilot to deliberate thinking. Imagine being able to choose your thoughts and steer the direction of your life with intention. That's exactly what we're diving into today. So, grab your curiosity and let's embark on this exciting journey of self-discovery and transformation. Welcome back to Brainy Bites, where we're all about unlocking your full potential and unleashing the power of your mind. Have you ever found yourself lost in thought, cruising through your day without really being present? According to the fascinating research by Dan Gilbert of Harvard, guess what? You're not alone. In fact, a whopping 46.9% of our time is spent in what Gilbert calls the autopilot mode. But here's the kicker. We have the ability to switch gears and tap into what he refers to as the direct mode, the realm of deliberate, conscious thinking. Today, we're diving headfirst into these two brain operation modes and learning how to make that crucial shift from default to deliberate. So, my friends, buckle up, because we're about to explore the science behind this. Uncover the magic of the default mode network, and equip ourselves with actionable strategies to become masters of our own thoughts. Are you excited? I know I am. Let's jump right into it and discover how we can transform our lives by becoming more intentional thinkers. Understanding default and direct modes. You know those moments when you find yourself lost in a train of thought, and before you know it, you've already finished the cup of coffee without even savoring it? That's the default mode, my friends. Default mode, or as I like to call it, the autopilot mode, is like cruise control for your brain. It's when your thoughts drift, and you go through your day without really thinking about what you're doing. It's like you're on a mental vacation, but not necessarily by choice. Gilbert's research reveals that a staggering 46.9% of our time is spent in this autopilot mode. But fear not, because this is just one side of the coin. Now, let's flip that coin and enter the realm of the direct mode. Picture this, you're fully engaged, laser focused on the present moment, and you have the power to decide where your thoughts go. That's the direct mode, where you become the captain of your thought ship, steering it intentionally toward clear skies. It's the mode where you can say goodbye to drifting thoughts and say hello to making conscious choices about what you're thinking. Here's the thing, recognizing and switching between these modes can be a game changer. Imagine being able to snap out of autopilot and into the driver's seat of your own mind. It's like taking control of the remote and flipping channels until you find something you're truly excited to watch. When you're aware of these modes, you can make the choice to be present, to be intentional, and to be fully engaged in whatever you're doing. So, my fellow adventurers in the realm of the mind, let's embark on this journey together. Let's dive deeper into the significance of recognizing these modes, understanding how they shape our daily lives, and most importantly, discovering how we can harness the power of the direct mode to create a life that's truly intentional and filled with purpose. The brain's default mode network. Alright, adventurers, get ready to dive into the fascinating world of the brain's default mode network. Imagine it as a superhighway of neural patterns, all running on autopilot. This network is like your brain's go-to playlist. It includes thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that you've played on repeat so often that they've become automatic. It's like that song that's stuck in your head, but in this case, it's your thought patterns on repeat. Now, here's the plot twist. This network isn't just filled with cat videos and catchy tunes. Oh no, it also houses those pesky negative beliefs that we sometimes find ourselves tangled up in. You know, the thoughts that tell you that you're not good enough, that you'll never succeed, or that you're just not worthy of happiness. Yeah, those thoughts. They're like unwelcome guests at a party, and they somehow manage to sneak into the default mode network without an invitation. But guess what? You're the host of this party, and you have the power to decide who gets to stay. Reprogramming this default mode network is like upgrading the playlist, swapping out the old, self-limiting tracks for new, empowering ones. It's about taking those negative beliefs and showing them the exit door. And then inviting in thoughts that make you feel unstoppable, confident, and ready to take on the world. So, grab your mental toolbox, because we're about to roll up our sleeves and start hacking into this default mode network. Get ready to rewire your brain for positivity, intentionally, and a whole lot of personal growth. Get excited, because the journey to mastering your mindset is about to get even more thrilling. Identifying negative patterns. Alright, adventurers, let's roll up our sleeves and embark on a quest to uncover the origins of those sneaky negative beliefs that have managed to sneak into our default mode network. Picture this: negative beliefs are like unwelcome squatters in the cozy cabin of your mind. They often sneak in through the back door, whether it's because of past experiences, external influences, or sometimes even our own self-imposed thoughts. Maybe a critical teacher made you believe you weren't smart enough, or a past relationship left you feeling unworthy of love. These experiences can create cracks in the walls of our self-esteem, allowing those negative beliefs to take root. And you know what's interesting? We're not alone in this struggle. Many of us share similar negative default patterns, like that pesky thought that says, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never be successful." But here's the thing: these beliefs aren't just content hanging out in the background. They're like invisible puppeteers, pulling the strings of our mindset and influencing every decision we make. Imagine how these beliefs can shape our career choices, relationships, and even our willingness to take risks. They're like foggy glasses that distort our view of ourselves and the world around us. So, fellow adventurers, let's put on our detective hats and identify these negative patterns. By understanding where they come from and how they affect us, we're equipping ourselves with the tools we need to overcome them. Get ready to shine a spotlight on those hidden beliefs. Because as we do, we're one step closer to reclaiming our mindset and steering our lives toward greatness. Costs of limiting beliefs. Hey there, fellow adventurers, it's time to put on our explorer hats and start digging deep into our own minds. Are you ready to uncover the hidden treasures of your limiting beliefs? I know it sounds like a big task, but remember, we're in this together. So, here's the first step on our quest: identify those sneaky limiting beliefs that have been holding you back. What's that one thought that keeps popping up, whispering doubt in your ear? Is it "I'm not good enough"? "I'll never succeed"? Or something else? Pinpoint it, and let's move on to the next phase of our adventure. Now, brace yourselves for the 3-step process that will help you unearth the real costs of these limiting beliefs. Step 1. Reflect on the past. How have these beliefs influenced your past decisions and actions? Have they prevented you from pursuing opportunities or taking risks? Step 2. Focus on the present. How are these beliefs affecting your current mindset and choices? Are they keeping you from reaching your full potential? And finally, Step 3. Peer into the future. What will be the long-term impact of holding on to these beliefs? How might they hold you back from achieving your dreams? Let's face it, my friends, these negative beliefs are like weights tied to our ankles as we're trying to swim towards success. They can prevent us from seizing opportunities, pursuing passions, and living our lives to the fullest. It's like having a GPS set on avoid success mode, and we're done with that. It's time to break free from these chains, to release ourselves from these self-imposed limitations, and to start living the life we truly deserve. So, fellow adventurers, grab your shovels and let's start digging. As we uncover the hidden costs of these beliefs, we're not just clearing the path to success, we're clearing the path to a more confident, empowered, and limitless version of ourselves. The journey to self-discovery and growth continues, and I couldn't be more thrilled to be on this adventure with you. Mindset Reset Process. Welcome back, courageous explorers. We've delved into the depths of our minds, identified those limiting beliefs, and now it's time to embark on the exhilarating journey of the mindset reset. Buckle up, because this is where the real transformation happens. Picture this: you're going about your day, and suddenly, you catch one of those negative default thoughts in action. It's like spotting a rare gem among the rocks. This is your pivotal moment, your chance to intervene and take back control. Imagine it as a mental game of tag. You're it, and that negative thought is trying to tag you. But guess what? You're way faster, way smarter, and way more determined. Interrupting and challenging these thoughts is like summoning your inner superhero. It's about asking that negative belief, "Hold on a second, is that really true?" It's about shining a spotlight on its flaws and showing it that you're not going to be fooled anymore. You're the boss of your thoughts, and you have the power to transform that negative narrative into a positive, empowering one. So, fellow adventurers, get ready to put your mental muscles to work. As you catch those sneaky negative thoughts, you're not just breaking the cycle, you're rewriting the script of your own mind. This is your opportunity to turn the page on self-doubt, fear, and limitation, and replace it with a story of self-confidence, courage, and boundless potential. Get excited, because with every mindset reset, you're getting closer to becoming the hero of your own journey. Switching to deliberate thinking. Hey there, unstoppable minds. Can you feel the excitement in the air? We're about to dive into the art of deliberate thinking, and trust me, this is where the magic happens. Think of it as a mental switchboard, and you're in charge of flipping the switches to create a symphony of positivity and empowerment. Now, let's talk about learning to switch-handedness. Imagine you're right-handed, and suddenly, you decide to teach yourself to write with your left hand. At first, it's awkward, messy, and let's face it, a bit frustrating. But with practice, patience, and determination, your left-handed writing becomes more fluid and natural. Reprogramming your mindset works in a similar way. It's a process that requires effort, commitment, and a willingness to embrace the discomfort of change. So, how does it work? Well, it's like being a thought detective. As you go about your day, keep an eye out for those sneaky negative default thoughts. When you catch them in action, it's your chance to play mental DJ and switch up the track. Redirect that negative thought to a positive one, like changing the channel from self-doubt to self-assuredness. And remember, my fellow adventurers, change takes time. Just like becoming a left-handed writer doesn't happen overnight, reprogramming your thoughts won't either. But with every deliberate switch, you're rewiring your brain for success, happiness, and a mindset that's ready to conquer anything. So, grab your mental switchboard and get ready to be the conductor of your own symphony of thoughts. With every intentional switch, you're paving the way for a life that's filled with positivity, purpose, and limitless potential. The journey to mastering your mindset is ongoing, but oh so rewarding. Let's embrace the challenge and make every switch count. Creating positive default patterns. Hey, champions of mindset mastery. We're on the verge of a breakthrough that's going to light up the path ahead. It's all about creating those positive default patterns that will become your secret weapons in conquering life's challenges. Are you ready to flip the script and become the author of your own success story? Let's do this. Picture your mind as a garden. Negative thoughts are like weeds that sprout up without an invitation, taking up space and stealing nutrients from the beautiful flowers you want to cultivate. But here's the amazing part, you have the power to pull out those weeds and replace them with seeds of positivity and growth. For instance, that nagging thought of "I'm not good enough" can be transformed into the empowering mantra of "I am capable and worthy of success." Here's a challenge for you. Think about one negative default thought that tends to creep into your mind. Got it? Great. Now, imagine how powerful it would be to have a positive alternative waiting in the wings, ready to take its place. That's what creating positive default patterns is all about, arming yourself with thoughts that propel you forward instead of holding you back. So, here's the call to action. My fellow adventurers, let's actively engage in the reprogramming process. Let's catch those negative thoughts, challenge them, and replace them with positive alternatives. It's not about erasing challenges or setbacks, it's about shifting our perspective and embracing the possibilities. As we do this, we're not just changing our minds, we're changing our lives, one thought at a time. Get excited, because with every positive switch, you're setting the stage for a life that's fueled by positivity, courage, and resilience. The journey to creating positive default patterns is an ongoing adventure, and I'm thrilled to have you as fellow explorers. So, let's pick up those mental shovels and start planting seeds of greatness. Together, we're creating a garden of possibility that will bloom with every intentional thought. Let's go. And there you have it, fellow adventurers, a journey of mindset mastery from autopilot to intentional thinking. We've explored the incredible worlds of default mode and direct mode, dived into the mysteries of the default mode network, unraveled the threads of negative patterns, and armed ourselves with the power of the mindset reset. Remember, deliberate thinking is a skill that's within your reach, a skill that you can sharpen and wield to shape your reality. Now, it's time to take the reins and become the architects of your thoughts, the conductors of your emotions, and the authors of your destiny. As you master the art of deliberate thinking, you're not just changing your thoughts, you're rewriting the story of your life. So, let's dive in, embrace every thought as a chance to create, and steer our lives toward greatness through intentional thinking. But wait, our journey doesn't end here. I want to hear from you. Share your insights, your aha moments, and your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Brainy Bites, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an adventure in unlocking your potential. Until next time, my friends, keep those thoughts intentional, keep that spirit adventurous. And remember, you have the power to shape your world, one thought at a time. Stay curious, stay empowered, and keep shining bright.